Okay, so to wrap up, this deck was interesting. I don't think it is necessarily insane or terrible or anything like that. It is the exact kind of deck that I think a few months ago I would have said was unplayable, but who knows in this new era without, in fact, pushing the metagame really fast. Um, I think that it is a deck, again, I'm going to say this a lot, it's the same as Storm, right? I think it's a less reliable turn 3 than Storm, but it's a better grindy deck, but Empty the Warren, like, it's that same category as Storm and Adnals, where it's not, like, brutally fast, but it's a combo deck that's hard to interact with and does a lot of powerful things that are potentially good at the right point in time. You can beat Stony Silence with it, but I would not want to play it into a bunch of Stony Silence. I think that Stony Silence's stock is probably going down in the near future anyways. I don't think Affinity's been doing too great outside of, I mean, it was great at the Team Grand Prix because of the just like the format of like I get to put all my Mox Opals in this deck and then kill people with it. But I think that the so I think that the Storm compare this to the Storm deck. I think that the Storm deck is kind of at a state where it's not going to get significantly better, but I think that it's pretty good. Whereas this deck I think is reasonably good, has a lot more angles that it can be attacked at, like graveyard or um, artifacts. Like going through the graveyard and going through artifacts is really approachable, but at the same time, it feels like there's room to make it a little better. Um, like Everflowing Chalice is a card. Chromatic Sphere is a card that's not necessary. Like let's talk through the cards that might need to get cut. Like the lands are whatever. The lands are all just kind of there. Wellspring, I'm not even sure that card's insane. Mindstone, same thing. EE, same thing. This core is really where I think you have to stand your ground with the deck is these like 27 cards plus however many lands. But this stuff I think you can flex. Someone brought up War of Invention in Michael Jacobs' stream, which is interesting. It's like I guess War of Invention's not significantly better than Fabricate is, though. Actually, it's probably worse than Fabricate because of the fact that you can pay colorless or like colorless blue, which is like sack an artifact in a blue instead of blue for War. Um, it feels like there's just like some piece that people haven't quite discovered yet that could easily fit into the deck. Maybe it's Thoughtcast. I don't know. But I don't think it's insanely busted. I think that even the cap on how good the deck is, it's not like the SRAM deck where like the high end cap of how good it is just off the charts, or like the reshape nonsense that was going on with eggs, where it's like just absolutely off the charts. Um, when you start going off with like turn two reshape to Lotus to second Sunrise, I think that this deck has a little bit more of like a turn three ish cap, maybe sometimes turn two, but not very often. But I think that the key to this deck is going to be finding the piece that pulls it down from these like turn five, turn four kills towards that turn three, turn four range. It just hasn't been found just yet, but I don't know. It's worth working on. In the current form, I think that it is merely potentially very good and fine to play, but not super exciting in a format where there are multiple, I think, super exciting options. So it's fine. Um, if this is your kind of thing to do, definitely give it a few goes and see what you come up with. I'm cool with the. It's cool. I think that the banning of Infect has really opened up the world of combo in Modern, so that's kind of exciting, and I like where that's going.